All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Danielle. I'm one of the owners at Next Generation Gym Owners. You will see that we have partnered this week with Jackrabbit for this free virtual session. We're really excited to have you guys here all week. We've got 5 fantastic sessions for you. Just a couple of housekeeping things. It's helpful if you have your camera on, not required. I know that we're all trying to multitask, though we should do a session on that. But there's so much good stuff to learn from this week. So just make sure that you remove distractions. We've got value-packed hours. There's also some giveaways. So when you comment in the chat, you will be entered to win a giveaway. Today, NextGen is giving you, if you're the winner, we're giving a free coaches binder. It's a value of $129, and it is super helpful if you are coaching or you have coaches that are out on teams to kind of keep your teams on track for their benchmarks. So before we get started, I do just need to give a quick promo for tomorrow. We have Kira Peltz teaching tomorrow on how to increase your average revenue per member. She is phenomenal. She's one of our coaches at NextGen and owns a gym up in Canada. She's going to teach you about how to increase overall gym revenue, add to your top line, and then build customer loyalty through their purchasing. So we've got lots of great things headed your way this week, and we're excited to have you guys on. We hear a lot of times people are like, hey, I want to do a conference, but I can't travel. And so this is kind of your way to get to do that by not traveling, but getting to hear all kinds of great stuff. So, okay, let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right, can everybody see that all right? Great, okay. So first, let's talk about why your pro shop sales matter. Years ago, I'm a small gym, or I was for sure years ago. We've got a pretty large gym in Missouri now, 700 athletes, and we are in a tiny town of 20,000 people. There's a Walmart in my town, so I know some of you guys, this might be big compared to you, but I never quite understood why pro shop sales mattered. It was something that you want your brand out there for everybody, but what a hassle sometimes going and getting, the apparel and having to get it printed and then sell it. But here's why it does matter. You can widen your brand reach substantially, have those kids wearing your brand all around town. You can increase the average revenue per member. I'll tell you, our overall revenue is better now than it was years ago when we were even larger. And that's because our average revenue per member, we have people, spending that discretionary income in the gym rather than outside the gym. We all know those parents that can go order off Amazon. They can order stuff for their kids to wear for practices, or they can support a small business and purchase it right there in the gym. And then finally, you're diversifying your revenue. It's important to diversify revenue because what happens when you have 9 seniors leaving a senior team at the end of the year? I had that this year, and you don't want everything to rely on core programs in your gym. You need to have those smaller sources of revenue coming in also. These kind of things demonstrate customer loyalty. It's an easy way to get in the schools, right? Like for me, I can't go give flyers and put them out in the schools, but all of this allows me to get into the schools in a way that most businesses can't. Okay, so let's talk about a couple areas of risk within your pro shop. These were the reasons in those early years that I just was not willing to invest a lot of, time or effort into pro shop, and I missed out on a lot of potential revenue. So first off, improper estimate of materials and goods. I cannot be the only one who has thought, oh, this printer is giving me this t-shirt for $8, so I can turn around and sell it for, 12 or 15, give my parents a great price and still make the money off of it. Little did I remember that I was getting the setup fees, I was getting shipping fees, I was getting, I'm going to have a credit card fee on that. I was getting all those other fees, and I wasn't accounting for them when it came to, what I was getting. Additionally, how many times have we ordered 15 youth larges when really everybody needs an adult small? And so you're stuck with all this apparel. And these days, we kind of call it vintage apparel. Like it's the vintage look at Twisters when you have your 2018 t-shirt on. And so, it's hard to do that because you don't want to be stuck with all those extra sizes. Also, what happens when you decide to rebrand? You have an old logo and you want to freshen it up, or you want to change your colors. It's really hard when you've purchased all these things in a traditional pro shop sense, where you're filling your pro shop, they're coming in, they're purchasing, and then, that's your only option for pro shop. Secondly, being out of touch with what kids want. Our local high school recently got, for the cheerleaders, these sleeveless polo shirts. I loved it because it reminded me of when I cheered in the late 90s, but they hated them. So how often do we order things that like we think are super cute, but they're totally out of touch with what kids want? I have a 13-year-old and there's all kinds of things that I'm like, oh, hey, isn't this cute? And she's like, no, that was cute last year, not cute this year. So the trends change really fast. Think like skinny jeans to bell bottoms to wide leg jeans. Like I'm seeing all these different types of, styles that a year ago would have been not cool. And guess what? In a year, they're going to not be cool again. So we can work within pro shop constraints to not be out of touch with what kids want based on how we're running a good pro shop. Another area of risk is the lack of profit after all things considered. This is a reason that I had really struggled with pro shop for a really long time. I can sell 20 shirts with a $5 profit and make $100, but my mentality in the past was that my time could be better utilized doing a birthday party where I could make $200 really fast. Right? And so pro shop only makes sense if you can build in those good margins. It can be a really big risk to you if you over order or you don't have those solid margins in the first place. So let's talk about the items I keep in stock. Guys, I keep like 4 items in stock and that's it. It is my standard Twisters t-shirt. This is the shirt that our new members get. It's the shirt that parents can buy if they're getting ready to go to a competition. If you forgot a practice wear item or something like that, you can buy it as well. I have black Spanx. We do not have practice wear. We've kind of gone back and forth over the years, and our pro shop sales are honestly better when we don't require certain practice wear. We just require certain colors. Those black Spanx are something that we sell all the time, and you can do any brand. We found that these fit the kids really well and they're affordable, and we can still do a little bit of a markup and make it pretty reasonable for our parents. I'm going to go to the white bow. I do not keep all bows in stock. I keep a white bow in stock. The university in our town, they wear white bows. The high school teams wear white bows. Our novice teams purposely, intentionally for that reason, wear white bows. We are the only people in town that you can guarantee we will have white bows in at any given time. So high school cheerleaders that lost their bow broke, their bow is too dirty, can come to the gym and pick up a bow. And I'm now getting them in the door because Walmart may have 2 or 3 of them, but I've always got them in stock. And then the last thing, we do the wholesale leotard program with GK. Even if you are strictly a cheer gym, but you have rec tumbling, you probably have those kids that want to wear leotards. So it's okay. Don't feel like you're pushing that brand into gymnastics too much. It is still very normal in rec tumbling for kids to wear leotards. That program, you guys can reach out to them. Basically, the way it works is they send me the leotards, whatever I sell, I pay them for, we ship it back to them, and they just invoice us for only what they didn't get back. So it's kind of a great program in that sense. You do have to be able to fill your shelves in the interim time while you don't have leotards on there. So we got this like big sign made that says new leotards arriving soon. And then they can check out the other, the t-shirt, the Spanx, or the bow. So these are the only things I keep in stock because I was so tired of having, my Twisters 2018 shirt, right? And it's 2023 and it just feels kind of weird to be selling that. And there's no way I can sell it at a profit from what I paid back then. The second thing that you can do, we started with this for a long time, and then we kind of upgraded to what I'll talk about next. It was the item of the month, and I still do this certain times of the year. You're going to select an item, put it on your website for pre-order. Okay, so we're not ordering extras, we're not guessing sizes. We're picking an item that we guarantee we can get in stock, and then we're putting it on our website available for pre-order only. You advertise your item for, we would go between about 10 days and 2 weeks. They have to purchase it online. They order it with the exact size, and then they can pick it up at the gym when it comes in. So it creates an environment where you have no overstock and maximum profit, because you know that you're not going to have extras that aren't going to sell. If you look at the graphic, you can see I literally took, so for that camo pullover, I literally took all of the specs right off of that pullover, like where I bought it. I think I got that one at Old Navy. I took all the specs right off of it so that you can see, like, any mom can say, oh, it's 100% polyester, it's not going to shrink, I'm okay to get this size. And so that's kind of how we protected ourselves in the pre-order items to make sure that it was going to fit, is we do that. If the company has a sizing guide, I'll also snapshot that, put that right on the website so that people can, know what the sizing guide looks like, and know that what they're ordering is going to actually fit their child. So on these, you just need to make sure that you are getting a reliable supplier. I'll tell you, the ones that I use might surprise you a little bit. We've done, S&S, they're good ones. We've done some of the more traditional, the Boxer Craft, the Dancewear Solutions or Weissman's. They have some good sports bras. The ones that I started using the most, though, Old Navy. They have so many things in black that are really nice. I started using Shein. You can get a shirt for $3, put your logo on it, turn around and sell it for $12 or $15, and it's still reasonable for parents, right? It's still a reasonably priced item. Definitely use those sizing guides if you're doing anything that's overseas, like Shein or Temu. Okay, this is kind of my new baby in the gym. This is our subscription boxes. We do have full systems for these in the Next Gen Academy. I know I saw we have some of our Academy members on. We do go through this at one of our levels where your coach will coach you through how to do it. But this is so much fun, and we got the idea from Rihanna. Though I watched my own staff members, I have a manager who gets all of her stuff shipped to the gym because it has to be signed for. And so during the day, it's the easiest way to do it. And she has a FabFitFun box, and she is so excited every month when it gets there that she's like, oh my gosh, I want to open it right now. And so we kind of planned this model around them. So we have a monthly subscription box, and our members can subscribe to it. It's $39.99 a month. They have no idea what they're going to get. We have a questionnaire on there that says, what sizes are you and all these different things? What are your favorite colors? What kind of things are you into? And then we create the subscription box so that the margin is there, but it also has the added value that is of $40 or more. So you can see over on the left, we did some personalization on these. It's easy in the early months when we had 15, 20 people on subscription boxes. We pulled their professional pictures that were taken, uploaded them, and sent them to a designer, and had these personalized banners made for them at the end of the season. We've done all kinds of things. I've done crop top and skirt sets. This last month, I got really creative, and we did it was like a, what do you call it? Like a scrapbook for the season. It was like an empty book. It had all these stickers, gel pens, bookmarks, stuff like that. And then it had a Mad Lib in there for when we're traveling to competitions. They have some fun things to do in the car. And then it had LED string lights on it. Honestly, guys, nothing had my brand on it. It was just something they were excited to get, and I had a good markup. If everything they get says Twisters everywhere, they're going to be like, at one point, Mama's going to walk in the room and be like, okay, I think we've done enough of this. So that's where you have to get creative. We've done the water bottles and the Stanley cups. We've done some really cute stuff, beach towels. And this has been a program that so far in 9 months, I don't think I've lost a single person who has started a subscription. And they've just been adding every month. So the big things on this, you need to make sure that you're planning ahead. I already know what my October 15th subscription box item is going to be, and I already have a really good idea of what my November 15th will be. The only things that would change would be the number of items that I need to order. In the beginning, I did have to hit minimums on some of those things. So we would put out the subscription box, and about a week later, the extras would go into the pro shop at a higher price. So that was one way we were able to meet the minimums, and then it added a little bit to what I have in stock, but I was able to get the overall profit margin based off of the bundling of the items together. You have to be able to market this program internally. So we market, I have a whole slide on that. We'll talk about how to market your pro shop, but you have to have a good reach within your current parents where they can really trust you. And you want to make sure you can over deliver. So every box, I look at it and I put the items together and I'm like, okay, does this look like it is worth $40 or more? To me, it has to look like it's worth $40 or more, or we can't do it. Now, it maybe cost me $26, but it has to look like it's worth $40 or more. So I have a spreadsheet that I put all those items in as I'm considering, and it has a markup on there of a minimum of 30% markup, so that what is the value perceived and what is the actual cost. The next thing we do is event packs. So these are awesome because we have like an upcoming parade that we participate in every year. And we partnered with the university this year and said, hey, we want to cheer on the cheerleaders. So instead of cheering on at homecoming, the football players, we're going to cheer on the cheerleaders. That's what our brand is. So they said, sure, use our logo and you guys can get t-shirts for everybody in the parade. Well, now, once we put these out, the college cheerleaders are going to be wearing them also. So all my little girls are going to match the college cheerleaders for this parade. We're selling these shirts for $15. And then on top of that, they are getting that same white bow and a sticker where the University of Central Missouri Mules is the mascot. So they're getting this mule sticker that they'll wear on their cheek for the UCM homecoming parade. So these are some ways, like overall that shirt cost me $8. The bow cost me $1 on Amazon. And I think the sticker was like $1.38. So if you're looking at $9.38, and if you order both, I'm charging $20, but they're still reasonable prices for parents. $15 is reasonable for a t-shirt. $5 is $5 I think is fantastic price for one of those glittery stickers and a bow. So you can partner things together for events. I wouldn't do it for every event, but do it for your big events for the year. So we also have a fanware site. And this is where we partner with a local screen print place. They put it on their site, although if your people can't do that, you can put it on yours. And this is for all the fanware. We got the idea off of the volleyball teams at the high school. They would have these like spirit wear packages that the parents could order so that when they go to the games, like they're all decked out as well. So we partnered with the printer. We offered it on their website. And we do this a couple months before competition season starts. We do literally nothing other than approve, like, yes, these items are good. They match our brand. We like the design. That's the only thing we do. And I have a 25% royalty off every item that's sold. So the only, responsibilities we have are that approval. And then when the items come in, they all come into the gym. The printer has prepackaged them. It has on there the name. It'll say, Samantha Lozak, and here's the package. And then we just hand them out to the parents when they arrive. So this is something you guys can do if you can find someone, whether locally or within the industry, to create that fanware package. Make sure that you can do the same design on a variety of shirts. So that's what we're doing this year. I'm going to do the same, like 3 designs on a variety of long sleeve shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, stuff like that. Your printers like that because they don't have to change the screen for everything. And you guys are able to get something that everybody will like at that point. Right? So we like to keep this simple. I will do stuff that says that was last year's in season 11. I will do stuff that says season 12. So they buy it every year. But aside from that, we like to keep it simple so that they'll wear it all year long. Okay, so Black Friday is the next one. This is something you guys need to start planning now if you're going to do it. Consider easy to get items, but in low quantities. So the last thing you want is for somebody to go on there and you've sold 2 of something and you have to order 25 of them just to hit your minimum, right? So this is where I use a lot of those Old Navy and Shein and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to, I think I can click on it. Oh, it didn't let me click. Okay, we'll go back to that in just a minute here. I think it's possible, guys. I just messed up my entire screen trying to do that. Hold on one second. Okay, we'll go back to that Black Friday. I tested this before, but I must have clicked it differently. We'll go back at the end and I'll show you guys that entire catalog that we do, so that you can see what's actually in the catalog. But we have all kinds of items in there. To be honest, I get them off Amazon or off of Old Navy most of the time. Go for anything black because you can put your logo on anything, right? And I know that they're not going to run out of an Amazon belt bag. I know they're not going to run out of this black buffalo plaid blanket. And so the thing a lot of people think is, oh man, if it's Black Friday, I've got to get these like phenomenal prices. Maybe you can be willing to mark it up a little bit less than normal, but really people just want something that they can't get any other time of the year. So it's an opportunity to shop small businesses for your Black Friday. Think of the moms too. So when you're doing this, don't forget about the moms. Like I actually had earlier, I had Cheer Mom earrings on for the high school football game tonight, to go watch, our kids cheer at the game. Think of the moms. I actually got these like Cheer Mom earrings. I should have just worn them so I could show them to you, but Cheer Mom earrings on Temu for like $1.98. Those would be awesome to sell on your Black Friday stuff. All of our Black Friday stuff is online. We don't do anything in person, and all of it is pre-order only. You just have to make sure that you're going to get it before Christmas. So wherever you order from, make sure that you have a solid plan that it's going to arrive prior to Christmas. Okay, so let's talk about marketing. The biggest things that we did early on is we would put this item out, I would post it once, and I would just sort of expect it to sell. So like, man, why is our pro shop, why are we only selling like 2 of these, right? I was expecting them to sell, and when you expect it to sell, you're not going to sell anything. You have to market it on a regular basis. So we have a gym members group. I'm skipping to that point number 3. It's anybody who has been a current member of our gym in the past or currently. I don't typically take people out because it's a good way to re-engage them if they've been out of the gym for a couple of months. I'll tell you, during COVID, it was a little bit of a hassle because we had to get those virtual links to our members without going to old members. But for the most part, this is a great way to do it. So create a group. Ours is called Twister Nation, and it's where we post everything to our gym members. We market internally for all of our pro shop items. You don't want to market on your external like Facebook page for your business because those aren't your members. Those are the people that you're trying to reach. There are honestly going to be your leads and your prospects. So make sure that you're posting these around the gym. You're going to print the flyer with the stuff, put it on table tents around your lobby. You can put a QR code on it. You probably saw in mine, most of them had a QR code attached to it that you can scan it and purchase it right there. If you can get a mock-up, so every so often we're able to get a mock-up because I can order one of an item and I know I'm going to have a big enough profit margin and it will sell well enough. I order one, put it on get it printed, put it on a mannequin, put it in the lobby. When I do that, it always sells way better. So, and then just remember that one that's on the mannequin, get it in a size that you're pretty sure people are going to get, because that can be your one that's going to a child also. If you have a closed lobby, I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be harder to sell pro shop items. Even if the majority of your stuff is online, it's good for parents to see what the other kids are wearing. It's good to see what the coaches are wearing. It's important that they're seeing your brand everywhere and they're feeling that little bit of social pressure. Like, oh, I kind of want my kid to have that cute hoodie also. We've gone so far as to buy a couple of extras because we knew we would have the profit margin. We bought a couple of extras and had some of our, you could call them ambassadors, but like our senior kids in the gym that are super friendly with the littles. I've bought a couple of shirts or a sports bra or tank top and had those kids wear them around the gym and say, oh, you like this? They're actually doing it right now for next month's item of the month. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can do it to get those items out there in front of people, but it has to be very intentional. You also want to make sure that you're doing it for a big enough margin. So if I'm doing it for $2 and I'm going to make $2 off every shirt, but I have to use all my marketing tools to sell $2 per shirt, there's got to be a greater value. And I don't mean a financial value. Maybe you're trying to build your brand. Maybe you're trying to make sure that everybody knows your gym. You're going to have to think of those things, because if my reach is only this big on Facebook, I don't know that I want to spend it on $2 an item. So make sure all your other stuff, all your events are selling out, your birthdays are selling out, your classes are selling out before you use every dollar of your marketing or every area of your marketing on ProShop. Really, you want that to be your internal members. So let's talk about the markup itself. Consider all the costs. Don't forget about the printer fees, the setup fees, administrative costs. The admin cost is probably the number one thing that I see people forget about when they're doing this. So if it's taking you an hour to come up with a design, or maybe you didn't like the designer's stuff and you're having to go back and you're having to, provide examples of what you like and stuff like that, your time is worth money. So make sure that you're including any sort of administrative time in there. Give yourself an hourly rate. Like say, okay, my hourly rate as the owner is $25 or $30 an hour. I need to include at least 1 hour of my time, preparing the item and 1 hour afterwards. So I'm marking up just the actual cost of the good, not actually the profit into there yet. We add a 30% profit minimum. So that's profit after you include the print fees, the setup fees, the admin fees. I do 30% minimum. If I do all that math and it's a price that my parents won't pay, I won't do the item. Okay. It's, we've gotten backpacks designed. I've got those really cute tank tops that have like, the sequin, whatever, like your sequin logo on them. I've gotten a lot of stuff designed in the past. And I'm like, okay, so what is the price on this? And as soon as they come back with a price and I add, the additional fees that I foresee plus 30%, I'm like, oh, there's no way my parents would pay $149 for a backpack. I can't do it. This is not going to be the right item for us. I'm going to have to go a different route. Right. So make sure that you're doing a variety of items too. For a long time, we only did those really high-end expensive items. And I had actually a Next Gen member about 2 years ago said to me, hey, I've got parents that like every end of the spectrum. They like the shirt that's heat pressed with vinyl because they can get it really cheap. They know their kid is going to grow. They can just buy a new one next year. We've got other people that like the really expensive warm-up jackets. And so, we offer the really expensive ones, but we only do that knowing that we also have ones at a lower price point for other people. Don't sacrifice profit for branding. So if you really like that warm-up jacket, you really like that backpack, there's probably a different version of it that you would also like. So don't sacrifice the profit just so that you can get your brand out there. You can do both. And if you're going to say, like I said a few years ago, my parents want that, Rebel bag, but they want it for the omni-cheer pricing, like, sorry, you're going to have to find one or the other. Like, we just can't offer it because you can't even get it at that price. So train your parents that there are some really nice things that may not have that brand logo on them, that brand name that can still be really cute. Or if it's going to have the brand name, offer those right before Christmas. So we always do a warm-up jacket and backpack combo, and it is $199, but we do it at Christmas. I offer it in October. And it will come in. We guarantee it in before Christmas. And it is the really expensive Rebel bag and the really expensive warm-up jacket. And we bundle those. So it's $199. We still make about last year it was a $26 profit margin. Not huge based off of that, but it's something that we can offer right before Christmas so that parents are willing to invest a little bit more into those two expensive items. Okay, so I want to answer your guys' questions because ProShop is usually one of those things that we get an awful lot of questions on. So give me what you got, guys. This is, oh man, The chat is super quiet today, and this is how you're going to win something. You have to comment to win. While we're doing that, I will go back to my my Christmas catalog, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here. Yeah, okay, Kristen. So ideas for a really small lobby space. So Shelly actually has, she's one of the other, I know you know her, but she's one of the other owners at Next Gen. Shelly has a really great, she uses the walls and basically puts the shirts up, kind of like you would see picture frames in like those hipster stores in Colorado or whatever, where they put the t-shirt in the picture frame and you can see the design. And then you pick it up, like you let the front desk know what size you need, and then they go and grab it. So it's kind of in a storage room or something, but that helps to be able to do that. Also online, utilize your website as much as possible, and even get a little poster that's up in the lobby that says, check out our online exclusives. Let's see. Are your pre-order items limited? Once they are gone, they won't be back. Yes, Deanna. If you do this, do not order extra, because you won't get people who are doing the order in advance. So your item of the month ones need to be exclusive. You're not ordering any extras. Now, I will say that every so often we have to order a couple of extras to hit that minimum. I wait months before I put them out, and then I will put them out on the shelves so that it feels like it's still, you know, you're trying to maintain that integrity of it. How to take payments for the subscription boxes. Actually, Cheyenne, we created a class in Jackrabbit, and it's just on monthly billing, just like everything else. So it's just called our subscription box class. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go back here. Kayla asked, how early do you start planning holiday specials or extras? Right now. So hop on the websites and start getting some ideas of what you want to offer. You can do the overseas stuff like Alibaba, but you have to order them. It's not like you can take a pre-order and then order 2 or 3. So those are good if you can use them for other things in the future. Like if you're going to order lanyards, but maybe you want to give them away at, you know, vendor events or something like that. That works great for something like Alibaba. I'm hesitant to buy 25 Stanley cups or Stanley dupes and then be left with a whole bunch of them. So plan those early. Let's see. Anna's messaging her shirt lady while watching this. Perfect. I'm glad you have a shirt lady. They're hard to find. April said, do you purchase your items from Old Navy the year prior? Yes. So I did do some of that last year because, and April, I'm going to break my rule of like, don't keep a lot in stock. The shorts that sold really well for me last year, I'm going to put them in my stuff again this year. They were like pajama shorts. I'll show you guys. And they ended up going on clearance for $2 last year. So I bought the sizes that I know will work. And when I put them on my website, those are the only sizes that will be available. So I can offer them at the same price as last year, but I have a greater markup on them. Lisa said, what do you specifically offer for dads? So we have hats. They're like I would say kind of the trucker style, because they're like the plastic in the back. You know what I mean? Like the plastic mesh in the back. And they're here, and we put our logo on the side of them. So we do have those. We have t-shirts that do not have hearts or, you know, cheetah print or anything like that. I specifically ask for like very simple classic design for the dads. I asked Justin, what does he like? And if he likes it, he's pretty all man when it comes to that stuff, then I feel like it's usually a go. What items do you make the most profit from typically? So that's a good question. Usually a simple t-shirt, a t-shirt with I'm only wearing one color right now, a t-shirt with 2 colors. So if I have a black t-shirt and it's got white and red, usually you can still get those for $8 or less, depending how many you need or how many you're ordering. And we can still mark up the average t-shirt to about $15. If you can get good long sleeve ones, I've noticed that my parents are willing to pay more if I can get soft ones. So like the Gildan Soft, and I'm a total snob about soft t-shirts. So they make them in comfort colors. We sold 1,000,000 of them that year. I mean, I think I sold 200 t-shirts that year that we did the long sleeve comfort colors. We bought red and had the black and white logo on them. And we marked them up quite a bit because they were soft. So they were a little more expensive. Do you suggest first year programs at a pro shop, or is this better for more established gyms? So Talia, I definitely think it's good to start getting your brand out there. You can do it in a more affordable way. Find somebody who has a Cricut with some vinyl. Order rhinestone decals. We order them from CS Town in China. You can get your rhinestone decals to your house in about 2 weeks. Send them the design. It's pretty cheap. It's about $1.50 maybe per decal. You can get a heat press. It's an investment, but you can get a heat press for about $150 and you can go heat press your own stuff. It's not quite as overwhelming as it might sound, and there's a good markup on them. We even offered for years, we would have our decals up on the wall and you could just buy $10 for the decal and we would heat press your items for you. So if you find a shirt you love, bring it in for $10. We'll heat press the decal on for you. That decal cost me like $1.50. So actually, if you're asking the best markup, it's probably that. It doesn't allow you to control your brand as well. And there's a little bit of risk if you were to mess somebody else's shirt up. But I think it happened once in the 10 years that we offered that. So also Talia, offer a standard shirt. So this is the Twister shirt, right? We did for years, we did black with our white and red logo. That was the Twister shirt. During COVID, it was really hard to get our hands on black shirts. And so we switched to the red with black and white logo, but it's a standard, like everybody has this shirt because you get it when you become a new member, and then it's easy to sell and order in larger quantities. Haley says, with a subscription box, does it include the same every month, or, oh, it's a mystery box, Haley. Yeah, like they have no idea what they're getting every month. The only time that I will kind of cheat it with the parents, I will give them a heads up. Like we're doing that parade t-shirt with the spirit wear. I had to hit a minimum order on those t-shirts. And so I told parents, hey, if you're getting a subscription box, it's already coming in there with a couple other things. So you don't need to order that. But if you want to order your mom shirt, let me know. So then almost every mom, because they didn't have to pay extra to get the shirt and their subscription box, almost every mom ordered a mom shirt to go with it also. So we still sold pretty well. And Haley, I know with you in Next Gen, we've got a whole list of things that I've sold in the past in those subscription boxes. So just reach out to me and I can get you a list. Okay, Anna says, I like to pre-order everything and have a display. Yeah, I like to do that too. It does really well. If you do a fan club page, would you do the 30% markup? So Matthew, I do 25 on that. And the only reason is because I have nothing that I have to do with it. So aside from approve the apparel and hand them out when they come in, the printer even emails the parents and tells them, hey, these are going to be available. I'm dropping them off at the gym today. So like everything is prepackaged. We have nothing that we have to do. So it's a 25% markup on that. Leah's actually making shirts while she listens. Do we have a different warm-up style jacket each year? So we do it the same as our uniform years. We do the same warm-up jacket for the time that we have the uniform. I have considered maybe doing the exact same warm-up jacket in perpetuity because kids outgrow them anyway. I haven't quite landed on that decision yet though. And then what trendy items are you doing this year? Things that you think are selling well. Okay. So as far as trendy items, the flouncy skirts and butterfly shorts are still selling really well for me. I'll warn you guys, if you're on the East or West Coast, everything that comes to you will be popular where I am in about 3 or 4 years. So things that are trendy for me now, if you're like East or West Coast, they may be a little bit old for you. Things that still sell really well for us, blankets. Like, you know, those kids walking in to competitions with blankets that are like, they kind of look sloppy and whatever because they're just so tired for the morning. Those sell well. Backpacks still sell well. Crop tops are selling really well. I don't know how because they can't wear them at school, but they are selling well. Crop hoodies sell pretty well for us. So take a look at all those. I know for Shelly, they had like it's like this, like the Stanley dupes that sold well. We bought ones just like this that were black and then had them engraved with our logo on them. And the engraving only cost $3. And it was for our subscription boxes. We did the logo and their name on them. So Jamie asked if we have someone who specifically runs Pro Shop or if it's front desk staff. Jamie, our Pro Shop, so I'm still in charge of subscription boxes because I enjoy it at the moment. I won't forever enjoy it, and then I will delegate it to someone else, but it is our office staff who runs it as of right now. First year programs that don't have a lobby have a great website, create a members group, and sell it all right there online. The good sports bras that Danny asked, I'll take just a couple more questions. I know we're almost at time here. Good sports bras that Danny asked, I like the create a wholesale account with Weissman's. So it's Dancewear Solutions and Weissman's are essentially the exact same program, but you can get a wholesaler account. And then I still do browse Omni and Cheer every so often. Usually their prices are affordable enough that we can still get something good there. Kayla, okay, this is probably a session for another day. Your question about, do we require rec kids to be in colors for classes or just team kids? We only require team kids to. However, we have a loyalty rewards program where if you wear your Twister clothes to practice as a rec athlete, you can get 10 points. Your points add up and you end up getting free swag. So I have a girl who just got a hydro flask because she had 800 points. You can get a cookie for, I think, 30 points. Like they add up over time and you sign in that you wore your Twister shirt to practice. Yeah. Jennifer had a good comment. Something they did this fall was custom Squishmallows. I've done those before. Purchased for $5.95 at 5 and below, cut heat transfer vinyl and applied it and sold them for $15. Yeah, that's awesome. They sold 150 and plan on customizing holiday ones. Man, kids love Squishmallows. Good comment. All right, you guys, if you have additional questions, you can definitely reach me at Danielle at twistersports.com. Really quick, I just pulled up my Christmas catalog. Let me just show you that because I said I would do that. Okay, and I apologize. It is the Canva one, but I think you guys probably just want to see it anyway. Okay, we don't print this. This is online only. This has everything that we offer. To be honest, guys, I probably won't do a whole lot different this year because this sold so well for us last year. So I will make sure that I can still get everything that was on this, and I'll maybe change out a couple of items. We got them, almost everything here was Old Navy and Amazon. And then while it's not Pro Shop, I will show you here we do offer specials for Black Friday on our services as well. So the prices are not updated on this for this year, but just so you know, this is probably the majority of my Black Friday sales come from this, and the rest comes from the Pro Shop items. So get those birthday parties booked for next year. All kinds of good stuff on those. And then even if you guys do Square in your gym, you can do, you can set it up through Square where they get $10 for every $100 purchased. They can just do a digital Square gift card, and then you can actually set it up right on their site where you can do that. So yeah, I just created Square. If they wanted to use it for tuition, I created Square as a payment method in Jackrabbit. So they pay it through Square, and then we just document it on their account in Jackrabbit. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. Those of you who are in the Next Gen Academy, I think that question is coming. The catalog is part of Connect 3, so you guys already have access to that. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. It's again, Danielle at nextgenowners.com. We also have an item of the month for you on our resource page. I think Mason is going to put that right in the chat. It's nextgenowners.com/gym growth week. So he will put that. Okay, so we have got here, whole bunch of comments. We're going to pick a winner for today. You will get the screen share. You will get the coach's binder. If you are someone who already has the coach's binder, I'm just going to have you email me and I will get you something equivalent, because I saw a whole bunch of our people on here who may already have that. Let's find a winner. All right, we've got Monique. Congratulations. Just post in the comments if you are still on here. Let's make sure. I think you are. And guys, we've got prizes and gifts, and Jackrabbit is, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. They're doing a Amazon gift card this week. So like you can use all kinds of cool stuff that are going to be coming all week long. So make sure that you guys hop on. All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for being here. If you have any additional questions, feel free to email me. Monique, if you can email me at Danielle@nextgenowners.com, I will make sure to get you your link to download your coach's binder. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us.